Hi everyone, it's Nicole from Chalk Couture. Today I'm going to show you how to customize your very own shirts using our amazing transfers and our beautiful inks. First, you want to place something in between the front and the back of your shirt to prevent any of the inks from bleeding through. I use an old Cricut mat, but our amazing ink mats work best for these types of projects. I'm also going to be using our transfer Sand, Sea, and Sun, which I cut up a little bit just so I can place the words where I want them to go. When you cut transfers, you want to make sure that you do not cut too close or through the screen. If you do so, you will ruin your transfer and will not be able to use them. Now, because I am using inks, I'm going to be using painter's tape and taping off the edges to prevent any inks from going anywhere else on my shirt. The inks are permanent, and once you heat set them, you can wash and dry without any worries of cracking or peeling. The inks fuse into the fabric. It is amazing. Now the first color you're going to see is a color that I mixed myself. I used candy apple red, meadow, and white to get this light shade of brown. I'm also going to be showing you an amazing effect that you can do with our paste and our inks. The next color I'm going to use is fawn. Now I'm going to take the fawn and I'm going to get it as close as I can to the brown color without mixing them together. And once I get it nice and covered, I'm going to take my finger and do little circles to blend the colors together. I'm going to repeat this process for the next two transfers. Next color I'm going to use is Tide. Tide is a beautiful blue color. It is amazing, so pretty. I'm going to do the same thing as I did above. I'm just going to do half of the word and get a nice little line, and then I'm going to use another color, and that color is teal. This is another light pretty blue color. I'm going to do the same thing, get it as close as I can to the tide without mixing them together, and then I'm going to use my finger and blend them together. Now again, because the inks are permanent, I'm going to constantly be wiping my hands to prevent any ink from getting anywhere else on my shirt. This next color I mixed together as well. I used candy apple red, bumblebee, and white to get a light shade orange. The next color I'm using will be bumblebee, and again I'm just going to do the bottom half and get it as close as I can to the orange without mixing them together. And then I'm going to take my finger and run little circles along the line to blend them together. Now once you are done, you're going to remove all the tape and the transfers, meanwhile checking your fingers to make sure you don't have any ink on them. Now it is time to heat set them. Now I have an easy press, so I'm going to get my easy press ready and let it warm up, and while it is warming up I am going to take a blow dryer and dry up the inks the best I can. The inks take longer to dry, so that's why I was able to leave my transfers on while I finish the rest of the project. So I'm going to take my blow dryer and I'm going to dry it up a little bit, and then I'm going to take my easy press and I'm going to take a piece of Teflon sheet and put it over my words, and then take my easy press and place my easy press on top of my Teflon sheet until the timer runs out. This heat sets it and prevents it from washing off in the washer, and also makes it permanent so it does not crack or peel, and it looks amazing. Now if you don't have an easy press or a Teflon sheet, it's no big deal. You can use a regular iron. Just set the iron for the temperature settings that it needs to be for the fabric you are using. And then you can take a piece of parchment paper and set it down on top of your design. And then you'll move your iron for about 4 minutes to heat set it. And voila, look at this beautiful custom shirt ready to go. Amazing.